have had the hot hand so far, but let's see if that continues here.
Yeah, it's going to be a different teams they are facing, and at this level, each team has so much identity. Each team has such a strong different playstyle. You have to be ready for any curveball that is going to be thrown onto you. But remember, the team that wins this gets the qualification for the SAC finals. That is big. That is a lot, and we'll see which team is able to do best. But let's stop talking because it's time to start watching the games.
Yes, we see the same comp that Chocolate Milkshake has been running. On the other side, we see that CRB being pulled out here, which can cause so much chaos and be so valuable on such a closer range map in mid here with the two very narrow lanes on the side. So definitely something to keep an eye on. But we see Keely a pick onto the pencil for Insomniac Central. That is a great start for Chocolate Milkshake now without the cooler to really help them. Getting another kill as well. Impact has been able to already kick off Chocolate Milkshake's push to such a blazing start already, Pat.
Yeah, with their short-range weapons, Chocolate Milkshake are simply faster. Insomniac Central, if they're not able to set themselves in position, they will have trouble fighting. And right now, the fights are going the way of the Milkshake, as we are already past the 50 points mark, and it's still going. Stam is only going to get a trade right there as the Zipcaster is deployed by Red. Red is able to get control over the zone, and now Insomniac Central, they get to breathe a little bit, they get to activate Cooler, and it's their turn to defend. Now though, Rocket, they have the range advantage. We'll see how well they're able to stop Chocolate Milkshake from pushing.
Yeah, Keely, that CRB, and that Crab can just provide so much of a presence here. Specifically, that CRB, we see Noir here already making their presence known, just shooting at this tent to just poke away members of Chocolate Milkshake from really pushing in. But we see Ivy ignoring that entirely and being able to take out Sam and be able to be the catalyst for the rest of their team to push in. But we see a contesting Kraken being played as well for Noir, just trying to hold firm for Insomniac Central, but all in all, Insomniac Central are at least able to hold this for the time being.
Yep, Insomniac keeping the lead, but there's still a fight for mid right there. The strikes are coming in, but these strikes allow Chocolate Milkshake to breathe a little bit, set themselves in position and get ready for what Insomniac is throwing. But Insomniac is activating the Crab Tank on the top of the map right there and are keeping more and more control. They don't have much penalty left, Rocket, and right now the Milkshake needs to do something fast, and that's exactly what they do.
Yeah, and the painting and quick response was very crucial there, and now they are able to maintain the lead, Chocolate Milkshake, while simultaneously forcing the penalty onto Insomniac Central. Now, Chocolate Milkshake can really sit pretty on the zone here. They have the Tri-Strikes available, they have Ivy having that bubble, and both will be played here right now to continue the offensive prowess of Chocolate Milkshake, continuing to apply all the pressure as two members of Insomniac Central fall in that wake.
Yep, and right now Chocolate Milkshake are extending their lead, are getting more Stam, dropping with a tank right there, able to get some space, but there isn't much points left, only 9 ticks left onto the zone right now as Insomniac Central is desperately trying to fade. It's too late. Chocolate Milkshake gets game number 1.
Yeah, we saw Insomniac Central was able to really get into the defense that we've seen stand firm for Chocolate Milkshake during their entire tournament run, but yet again, time and time again, Chocolate Milkshake were able to eventually rally together, provided with that bubble, with that Tri-Strike, and really keep away very keenly there at the end. But now we are moving to Clam Blitz Umami Runes, which we haven't seen yet here, Pat, neither this map, so I'm really interested to see how we've seen how Chocolate Milkshake has liked to play at least Clam Blitz a mode, which is really just setting up Ivy in a great position and letting all the other members follow in off of that, off of Impact's great impact. But really, I'm just really curious to see what we could see out of Insomniac Central to counter this, because we did see the blaster being played, but I'm interested to see if that stays here.
I hope we see more of that blaster. That blaster was doing a lot for Insomniac Central. That being said, it was not doing enough. I think Insomniac Central were a bit too reliant on their mid-range fighting, and Chocolate Milkshake didn't care. They were simply moving forward faster. They were moving too fast for the mid-range to shoot at them, and bringing the fight really hands-on, really mano a mano, and Insomniac Central was not yet ready for that pace. That being said, Insomniac Central were able to get some control at some point. They were getting there. It's just a matter of Chocolate Milkshake. They like to go fast. They like to go into the fight fast. And Insomniac Central need to adapt to that now. They know what the problem is. We'll see what they're able to do.
Yeah, let's see if they have any adaptation to a Chocolate Milkshake remains firm. On the other side, a little bit of a different comp here, not running that pencil anymore, but instead having that N-Zap be the cooler player. Very interesting, kind of going along the lines of what you said, Pat. Now, instead of being that more mid-range fighting, they're a little bit more front-loaded, which I think is a very interesting choice here.
They can answer the fight. Now it's all a matter of can they fight as well as Chocolate Milkshake is, and it looks like with already 2 players down, Insomniac Central is getting the control and already pushing onto the basket. Magic simply running in with the Tacticular, knowing that they can get away with it. Insomniac Central have yet to get the clams though. They had the push, they didn't have the clams, Rocket.
Yeah, they went a little bit too quickly there, but we can already see the different tempo that Insomniac Central is showing here, which was very strong in getting a counter, but we see Impact getting a double kill there with the Zuka. It seems like every time we spectate Impact, they manage to find a multi-kill with it and just be able to use it with such prowess. And now it's reset back to mid here as Chocolate Milkshake are trying to retake some ground here as 2 members of Insomniac make that 3 of Insomniac Central do fall.
Yeah, Chocolate Milkshake, they need to grab the clams. They have enough to make a ball, and that's exactly what they do now. With a big bubbler under the basket, they should be able to open, but all of Insomniac are already in position to... Oh, wait, never mind, they're already dead! They're already dead, and Chocolate Milkshake are going to score a lot of clams in now.
Yeah, we saw Impact on the shot just being able to distract several members of Insomniac Central, and now the floodgates are surely open for sure as Chocolate Milkshake are in a great position to continue the scoring, especially with the tri-strikes going in as well. The score now down to 35. The crab eventually popped from Insomniac Central to really get back control of their goal, but not without taking a lot of damage in the process. Down to 35. What a hill to climb now, but Insomniac Central have the potential weapons to do it. We saw it with that initial push they had at the beginning of the match.
Yeah, and right now Kamina is still getting in, trying to get a bit more. Insomniac Central simply trying to establish themselves into mid, preparing some control, some push. They don't have a super clam at the ready yet. They're still fighting for mid, and Chocolate Milkshake is getting a double right there. Insomniac Central needs to move back. They're going to lose their clams. They're going to lose their ground. And Chocolate Milkshake is back on the attack with another big bubbler under the basket.
Yeah, they are just continuing to go, and it has been working. Full aggression here. The Zuka being popped, managing to find 2 in its wake, and the goal is still open for Chocolate Milkshake to continue this. Impact will go down, and so does the last remaining member for Chocolate Milkshake. So now Ivy has to run for the hills and really just recollect themselves. But still, the continuous pushing from Chocolate Milkshake has been unmatched by Insomniac Central so far in this match, Pat.
Yeah, and right now Insomniac Central again fighting to set themselves up into mid, and with 2 down onto Chocolate Milkshake, this could be their opportunity. Take that 3 down, and the Kraken is chasing the pencil away. The clams are flying. I see a push coming. Rocket, the basket is open.
Yes, this will be their great initial push, but there needs to be a little bit more follow-up, but the follow-up may not be had if the members of Chocolate Milkshake have anything to say of it. A quick rally from these members. Red will at the very least maintain the ball for Insomniac Central for another counter push, but it seems they have been very strong in playing keep away Chocolate Milkshake, that is, in really just being able to take control of so much of mid that Insomniac Central doesn't have a lot of room to work with.
How do you keep momentum going against a team like the Milkshake? They are not stopping, and with 1 minute left, they're already eyeing the basket with more clams on them to get more points. They want more. What it's a 2 versus 2, so they're just going to get back, keep control over mid. They know that all they need to do is paint around. That Kraken is going in, but the rest of Insomniac needs to follow Kraken in order to win the fight.
Yeah, and with 30 seconds left, Insomniac Central have to really find a good rallying point to go to really stop Chocolate Milkshake in their tracks, because the Chocolate Milkshake are continuing to go on and on and on, and down to the 5-point mark already, trying to go for the knockout. Will get denied very briefly there, but Impact potentially has the opportunity. No, Impact will be found out and taken down to the 5-point mark. The lead is continuing to extend more and more as this match is going on, Pat, and now Insomniac Central has one last opportunity, have plenty of clams in their pocket, but a lot of things have to go right for this to work.
Yeah, I mean, the Milkshake, they gave the lead to... They extended their lead, but they gave a push to the Insomniac Central. Insomniac Central, they lost 3 players. It doesn't matter. Game number 2 is for Chocolate Milkshake, who are now 1 game away from being your SAC Qualifier 1 champions.
We have seen it over and over again, Pat. Chocolate Milkshake pulling out to a strong lead, and then afterwards just playing such good keep away and just denying any push from any team from really getting in there. That is, I believe, how many times have we seen a match between Chocolate Milkshake and somebody else where Chocolate Milkshake have been able to keep the lead or the points scored from the other team to a minimum like this? Like, it is very impressive and very consistent for what they've played so far, and Humpback Pump Track is where they'll look now to potentially be their final match played here to qualify them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chocolate Milkshake really showing their ability to shut things down, to make sure that you don't get your momentum, to make sure that, oh, you got a triple, you're under the basket with clams, you open the basket, you have the specials, and suddenly Chocolate Milkshake respond, got the splats, got the paint back, got the control back, and you only scored 20 points in the basket despite having what looked like an incredibly strong push from Insomniac Central. Insomniac Central needs to keep themselves on the ground. They need to not let Chocolate Milkshake counter them at every corner. And especially going into Rainmaker, Chocolate Milkshake's really ability to run in fast is going to be incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, this comp that we've seen Chocolate Milkshake run is... I think this map, unfortunately for Insomniac Central, will be Chocolate Milkshake's strongest map, at least from just on paper, looking at how their comp plays, having such close range weapons like you mentioned, having that roller, that Insomniac Central really needs to develop a strategy or different weapons that they may run to really counter that if they want to stay in this, because so far, Chocolate Milkshake have really just been able to play the game as they please, really just set their pace to how they wish, and I'm not going to be surprised at all. Yep, we see the same comp pretty much being run from Chocolate Milkshake, but on the other side, we do see a big change from Insomniac Central. Look at the full difference in weapons here. A Aerospray, a Decap, a Luna Blaster, and a Tri-Slosher. Already, though, Insomniac Central will lose 2 of those players. 3.
This is the Hail Mary comp. This is the completely different roster that playing 4 different weapons, including an Aerospray. But it doesn't matter to Chocolate Milkshake what weapon you're bringing. They're still going to run forward, get splat after splat. They got a delayed wipe and they're already going in. Chocolate Milkshake, they're done. They're done with this. They don't care about your comp. They are your Qualifier 1 champions.
They took one look at that comp and said, "Get out of our way. This qualifier will be ours." And the Hail Mary just not quite working out for Insomniac Central, but I'm sure they're still pretty happy that they placed second in this tournament, because remember, just because you didn't win the entire tournament doesn't mean that you don't have a chance of making the finals, because you still will get points based on how well you did, and I'm sure Insomniac Central are happy with a second place finish. I'm sure obviously they would prefer the first place, but still, they've done a really good job. And just taking a look at your third place match, if anybody was curious, Loxier are currently up 2-0 against Tigers in 4. So if things go how they are expected to, Loxier will be your third place. Will be your third place team.
I guess one side of the bracket was fighting harder than the other bracket. Right now, we have the semi-finals that we saw dominating this finals and third place match. But yeah, congratulations to Chocolate Milkshake, who did an incredible job. I mean, that final game was simply a victory lap of getting in, getting the pop, getting all the splats, getting the checkpoint, getting more splats, getting the final, getting the KO. Really what you want to do, the perfect way to play a Rainmaker game right there.
Yeah, GG's to all teams involved, and just really congratulations for really Chocolate Milkshake for putting themselves in a great position now to really qualify now, because now since first place gets the most points, obviously you would assume they have set themselves up so well. But remember, there are still 3 more qualifiers to be played here, Pat. So the final standings can go anywhere. But yeah, just really well played all around by both teams we've seen so far.
Yeah, and I was mistaken. I thought the first team would get auto-qualified, but no, they get 150 points, which is a lot, which is very much a lot, and we'll go a long way into qualifying in the future. I mean, when you start your SAC season with that kind of a commanding 3-0 in the finals, Chocolate Milkshake can be pretty happy. And I mean, they just put a target on their backs right there. They just made sure that every team is going to review what they did in the semis and in the finals, just to see, okay, how do we beat these guys? Because now, if you want to win an SAC qualifier from now on, you'll have to go through this team.
Yeah, for sure. And just taking a look at how the point distribution is, you mentioned first place does get 150, and just it goes down it declines pretty significantly when you go down. Second with 130, which will be Insomniac Central. Not that much different in terms of points at all, only 20 points difference, but still though, second place is really good. But we're seeing as well on third place 120, fourth 110, fifth through eighth is 100, and then after that it decreases in the point total from around like 10 to 15 each tier up until the 21st to 24th. So even if your team made like 24th in this tournament, you still have the opportunity to use those points to really catapult yourself and make it in the end.
Yeah. It's what that matters, and remember, it's about going the